Hello everyone, this is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, and this is game 123 of the 2007 Cleveland Indians Stratomatic Mostly Advanced Replay. The Indians are in the final game of a three-game series against the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Things have not gone well for the Indians this year against the Devil Rays, and I'll let you look at past videos to see the results. The Indians come into the game with a record of 57-63, and sadly that's only 2 games ahead of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays at 55-67. He's had a much better record than this in the real season this time. Today's pitching matchup for the Indians is Karsten Charles Sabathia, CC Sabathia. He comes into the game with an 11-7 record and in 172 innings pitched, has given up 65 earned runs, walked 26, struck out 153, and has a 3.40 ERA. And he will be facing not quite big game James Shields. He would get that moniker later in his career, especially the next season when they were then known as the Rays, went to the World Series. All right, we'll give you the Indians lineup here. The Rays lineup we'll give you when they come to bat. For the Indians, leading off and playing left field, Kenny Lofton. A little bit of a change. They've moved the second hitter will be Franklin Gutierrez playing right field. And then Grady Sizemore batting third, playing center field. Your cleanup hitter is the catcher, Victor Martinez. Batting fifth, the not-so-great hitting designated hitter, Travis Hafner. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Ryan Garco. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Johnny Peralta. Batting eighth, the former Oriole and part-time player, Chris Gomez. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Asdrubal Cabrera. And the Indians actually lost this game in real life. We'll see if they can't reverse this on the tabletop. And a 4-9 is a shortstop X, but a 16 will be in range for Mr. Wilson, Josh Wilson, the shortstop. And that will retire Lofton, who came into the game as an Indian, batting .345 just as an Indian. All right, and then I'll bring up Franklin Gutierrez, 258 hitter, 10 home runs, 26 RBIs. And a 110 and swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's the 40th time Gutierrez has gone down on strikes. 2 up, 2 down. There's Grady, coming up as Grady Sizemore, 270 average, 12 homers, 46 RBIs. And a 212 is a fly ball to left. Fortunately, we're not playing super advanced, or else that might have been a hit. But the Indians go down 1-2-3 here in the first. And we'll head to the bottom half. The Indians nothing, and the Devil Rays coming to bat. And the order for the Devil Rays, leading off and playing third base, Akinori Iwamura. Batting second and playing left field, Carl Crawford. Third in the lineup is the center fielder, B.J. Upton. Cleaning up and playing first base, Carlos Pena. Batting fifth and playing right field, Delman Young. Batting sixth and playing second base is Brendan Harris. Batting seventh and the designated hitter is Johnny Gomes. Batting eighth and the shortstop, Josh Wilson. And batting ninth, the catcher, Deanna Navarro. All right, here's Sabathia. And 1-2 against the lefty. That's the Neo Lomax, but since there's nobody on, that's caught by the second baseman, Cabrera. 1 down. And here's Carl Crawford. 5-5, and either side, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Sabathia. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And a 6-4 is a shortstop X, but the 18 will be in range for Peralta. And CC Sabathia matches James Shields' 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the second. No score. And middle of the order, Martinez, Hafner, and Garko due up. And Victor on the season, 303 average, 27 homers, 87 RBIs. And 3/4 a ground ball to short. And Wilson throws to first to get Martinez one down. Here's Travis Hafner. 238 average, 19 homers, 68 RBIs. And a 3/6 is a weak ground ball to second. And Harris throws to first to get Hafner 2 down. And now due up is Ryan Garko, 265 average, 15 homers, 50 RBIs. And that's 2-8, and he rips that into center field for first hit for either team. And here's Johnny Peralta, 250 average, 19 homers, 62 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Peralta. And a 4-8, and that's the death column for any hitter. Ground ball to short, so he goes the short way to get Garko, and that will retire the side. The Indians strand 1 on a hit, do not score. Go to the bottom of the second. The Indians nothing, and the Devil Rays nothing. In middle of the lineup for the Devil Rays due up, Pena, Young, and Harris. And left-handed hitting Pena. 6'5". Shortstop not going to be in range for Peralta. E21 will need a 7 to 11 to make the play. And a 9 will do it. So nice play by Peralta. Retires Pena. Oops. 1 down. And here's Delman Young. And a 1-7's a fly ball to center. And Grady Sizemore puts that one away. 2 down. Here's Brendan Harris. 5-11 against a righty. That's a base hit to left field. So first hit for the Devil Rays. And they will not hold on Harris. Here comes Johnny Gomes, the designated hitter. And all those hits in column 2, and he found the swing and a miss, strike 3. Second strikeout for Sabathia. And the Rays are retired here in the second. Go to the third. No score. And Gomez, Cabrera, and Lofton due up for the Indians here in the third. And Chris Gomez has only played in 1 game for the Indians. He started in game 118, 1 for 4, so that is his Indians average, 250. And here's the pitch to Gomez. 6-10. Center field X, but Crawford, that's not where you want to... No, actually, center field. Now it's still Upton as a 3, but on a 17, he can make that play. Yes. So, tough play for Upton, but he makes the catch to retire Gomez, 1 down. And here's Asdrubal Cabrera, 278 average, no homers and an RBI, 5 hits and 22 at-bats. And a 1-8 and swing and a miss, straight 3. 2 down, second strikeout for Shields. And back to the top of the order, here's Kenny Lofton. Grounded out his first time up. 2-1. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 2. 2 And he rips a single into center field. And, oh, they are definitely going to, with Lofton being an A stealer, puts him at a 15. They are holding him on, makes him a 13. With Navarro with a no arm. And Gutierrez is not exactly the best contact hitter when trying to get Gutierrez in scoring, or Lofton in scoring position. He will take off 1-13, and Lofton's safe. And a 14, and he is caught stealing. And with Gutierrez being a right-handed hitter, or right-handed hitter, so I'd be, don't say 2-4. And Gutierrez will be due up first in the top of the fourth, but we go to the bottom of the third first. The Indians nothing, and the Devil Rays nothing. And Wilson, Navarro, and Iwamura up for the Devil Rays. Six, seven, second base X. Oh, Cabrera as a 2 might be able to make this play, and he does. So an immediate impact over not having Josh Barfield out there is that Cabrera, rated a 2, can make the play on a 3. And he will retire Wilson. Nice play by Cabrera. 1 down. And here's Deanna Navarro. And that ball is hit deep to left center field. Yeah, because he'd be batting right-handed. Going back to the warning track to the wall is Lofton, and that ball is in Souvenir City. Home run for Deanna Navarro. And it is 1-0 Devil Rays. He hit 9 homers, but they must have liked the ball down a little bit. All right, here's Akinori Iwamura. Three, 6, and he draws a walk. So that tabletop roll, either walk or a hit for the next batter after a home run, comes true again. And Iwamura will be held on, but he will not go anywhere. And here's Carl Crawford. 2-4, ground ball to second. Cabrera's only play is to first. Moving to second is Iwamura. And there are 2 down. That brings up B.J. Upton with the Devil Rays leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. And a 1-9, and Upton swing and a miss, strike 3. Third strikeout for Sabathia, but the Devil Rays take a 1-0 lead going into the top of the fourth. And Gutierrez, Sizemore, and Martinez due up. And a 2-8. And that ball has hit the left field. Racing over to get it is Crawford. He makes the catch. Retire Gutierrez. A 1-3 triple chance, and that's a 5. 1 down. Here's Grady Sizemore. He flew out the left his first time up. Or 8, not the column you want to be in. Ground ball to second, and Harris throws out Sizemore, 2 down, and here coming up is Victor Martinez. And a 1-5. Oh, and that ball is off the top of the wall, and they want a review for it going out, but no, it hit the top of the wall and stayed out. 1-3 home run chance, and that's a 4. That wonderful D20, but a 2-out double for Victor. That is his 29th double of the season. And now bring up Travis Hafner. Let's see when the last time he actually got a hit. He's in an 0 for 6 slump at minimum. And a 110. And he says, slump this. That ball is ripped to left field. Going oppo to the warning track to the wall is Crawford. And out of here. 2-run homer for Hafner. And let me see when the last time he hit a home run. In game 108, so it's been 15 games since Hafner has hit a home run. But he comes up big with a 2-out, 2-run homer and puts the Indians up 2-1. That is Hafner's 20th homer and 70th RBI. And right now it's the battle of the long balls. And right now the Indians have the better one with the 2-run homer. And here's Ryan Garco. 5-9, and he goes down on strikes to retire the side. But the Indians get 2 on the 2-out homer. And they lead 2-1. And Sabathia will face middle of the lineup for, or the heart of the order, I guess we should say. Pena, Young, and Harris. And here's Pena. 2-7, draws a walk. Not the way you wanted to start the inning after getting the lead. Second walk for Sabathia. Here's Delman Young. They will not hold on Pena. And ground ball to third. Gomez to Cabrera. Over to Garco. And they turn 2. So that's what you want, the good old around the horn double play. 2 down. Base is empty for Brendan Harris. And for 8, 1-10 single chance, but that's an 18. And so that's a line drive caught by Gomez. And that will retire the side. We go to the top of the 5th. Indians 2, Devil Rays 1. And Shields will face the bottom third of the order. Peralta, Gomez, and Cabrera here in the top of the 5th. With the Indians leading 2-1. And here's Johnny Peralta. 2-9, and Peralta swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is Johnny's 105th strikeout in 434 at-bats. And then I'll bring up Chris Gomez. Flying out to center his last time up. And a 1-9 comebacker to the mound. Shields easy play to first, 2 down. Here's coming up is Asdrubal Cabrera. Struck out his first time up. 2-8. And that ball is hit deep to right field. Going back is Young to the warning track to the wall and gone. And this time the D20 falls right on the edge of the range. 1-6 home run. There's your 6. So I won't say that's kaboom because he didn't hit it that far out, but it counts just the same. And the Indians now go up 3-1, and we'll say that is Asdrubal Cabrera's first major league home run, at least in the simulation world. So 3-1 lead the Indians have. And here's Kenny Lofton, 1 for 2 with a single. He was caught stealing as well. 6-7 against the lefty. Not only a 30% chance of a single anyway, but Liner to Pena makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. The Indians add to their lead, and heading to the bottom of the fifth, lead 3-1. And bottom third of the order due up for the Devil Rays, Gomes, Wilson, and Navarro. And Gomes struck out his first time up. 6-7. Second base X. But Cabrera won't get that one on a 2. And so Gomes has a leadoff single. Only the third hit allowed for Sabathia. They will hold him on. Down 2, I don't really want to hit and run here. So we'll let Wilson try to swing away. And that's a foul ball. And we'll do it again. Uh, 4-4 center field X, but 10's not going to be in range for Sizemore. E2. And a 5 will be good for Sizemore to haul that in. 1 down. And here's Deoner Navarro. Homered his last time up. 6-5 shortstop X. I don't think this will be a double play for the Indians, but Peralta should make that play. He does. But as a 3, his only play is to first. So moving to second is Gomes. Navarro is retired 6-3. But there are 2 outs. And back to the top of the order, Akinori Iwamura. I'll walk and line out in 2 at-bats. 2 down. 1-8 against the lefty. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Sabathia now has 4th strikeout, and that'll retire the side for the Devil Rays in the 5th. Both pitchers have pitched to 19 batters through 5. They've got a lot more left in the tank. Due up for the Indians here in the top of the 6th, leading 3-1, is Gutierrez, Sizemore, and Martinez. And Gutierrez 0 for 2, strikeout and flyout. 5-5, and Gutierrez down on strikes for the second time tonight. 1 down. Here's Sizemore 0 for 2, flyout and a ground out. And he draws a walk. And no. Not with Victor up. Maybe if Hafner is up, we'll steal. All right. Victor Martinez doubled his last time up. 4-4. And switch hitter betting left-handed. Fly ball to center. And Upton makes that catch 2 down. And I know 5th place hitter. Sizemore they're going to give him, he gets a big lead. And he's gonna go 1-13 because he's take off 2 for being held on, but Navarro does not reduce the steal rating. And that's a 9, and he is in there stealing. Stolen base for Sizemore is steal number 32 on the season. And Hafner with a runner in scoring position. One, two, oof. Right column, wrong number. Fly ball to right. And that will retire the side. Going to the bottom of the 6th, the Indians lead 3-1. And Sabathia will face Crawford, Upton, and Pena in the 6th. And here's the pitch to Crawford, 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. 2-7, ground ball to short. And Peralta fires to first, 1 down. Here's B.J. Upton. 6-8 against a righty. That's a solid single into left field. And they will hold on Upton. Ooh, do they want to try him to steal second? And down 2 runs doesn't make much sense. Bring up Carlos Pena. 5-7 against the lefty. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down on strikes is Pena. 2 down. 5th strikeout for Sabathia. And here's Delman Young. 0 for 2. Fly out and ground into a double play. 6-10. Weak ground ball to first. Garco gets it, steps on the bag himself, and that'll retire the side. We go to the 7th. The Indians lead 3-1, and both pitchers are now heading into their point of weakness. And both pitchers have both faced .23 batters, so maybe let them get through the 3rd time through the lineup, and we'll see what's happening. This is just about mid-August. This is from August 19th, 2007, so they should be plenty extended. Garco, Peralta, and Gomez. Garco 1 for 2 with a single. 3-4, ground ball first, easy play for Pena. Takes it to the bag himself, 1 down. And here's Johnny Peralta, ground into a fielder's choice and struck out. 4-8, weak ground ball to short, and Wilson over to first, 2 down. There's Chris Gomez. He singled his last time up. 5-11, first base X, and Pena as the 2 and a 4 should be able to make this play, and he does. So Pena throws over to Shields covering, and the Indians go 1-2-3 here in the 7th. Stretch time at Tropicana Field. Sing your Take Me Out to the Ball Games at the old ball game. All right. So Sabathia. And they will get Aaron Fultz. Actually, see how far along they get. They might get calls to possibly get somebody ready. This is, once again, Sabathia's point of weakness. Harris 1 for 2 with a single. 6-5, shortstop X, and make it 2 for 3. That 2 is not going to be in range for Peralta. Here's Johnny Gomes. They will not hold on Harris. Puts him at 1-9. Nope. Here's Johnny Gomes. 1-4, and he hits him. Oh. Sabathia getting a little wild. Does not count against his point of weakness, but doesn't help. And that brings up Wilson. They are going to be expecting a bunt. Make him a D-bunter. And I think that's what they're going to do. So Sabathia will stay in. D-bunter. Oh, and he beats it out. Yep, he beat out the bunt. Perfect bunt down the third baseline. And it doesn't go foul. So, call that a base hit. Base is loaded. And, I think they want to bring in a righty for Navarro. Jensen Lewis is going to come into the game. Infield be brought in just to switch Navarro, have him be against a right-handed pitching. So we'll get you Jensen Lewis's stats here. Lewis in 11 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 walks, and 8 strikeouts, a 0.82 ERA. And do you want to maybe call? No, Paul's not that much better. Okay, well, it's up to Navarro. Infield in. Six, 8. And this is a switch hitter batting left-handed. Line drive right to the first baseman, Garco. 1 out. That's a big out. And here's Akinori Iwamura. Infield still in. And here's the pitch to Iwamura. 3-7. And there's a fly ball to center field. Making the catch is Sizemore. But that's not automatic. That Harris will score from third. He gets a +2 bonus for a sac fly situation, so 14. Sizemore does not reduce it any. 1-14. The Devil Rays put this within a run. They'll send him. Here's the throw to the plate. And a 13, and he is safe. So, sacrifice fly for Iwamura. Scoring from third is Harris. There's 2 outs, and the Indians' lead has been cut to 3-2. And now up is Carl Crawford. We'll leave Lewis in here. He's gotten 2 outs so far. And infield's back to normal, of course. And here's the pitch to Crawford. 3-7. That's in the 1-19, but only going to third, only advancing to third is Gomes. As they get the ball in, and the bases are loaded, and you got the righty B.J. Upton. And They will get Rafael Betancourt into the game. Betancourt only pitched a third of an inning last game. Timeout. Okay, so I did get this pitching stats in. Betancourt on the season, 61 and a third innings pitched, 13 earned runs, 4 walks, 54 strikeouts, 3 saves, and a 1.91 ERA. And he will try to get the big out here with B.J. Upton. 2 down, bases loaded. Indians lead 3-2. To 7, and that's ripped into center field, base hit. 2 runs will score, and the Devil Rays take the lead, 4-3. Going to third is Crawford. Let's see, 2-7 against the lefty. It's still, with that 6, it would have still been in range, but only 1 base advance, so it would have been against the lefty. All right, Carlos Pena. Shields will be loosening himself. 5-5, and Pena goes down, swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll retire the side, but the Devil Rays get 3 here in the bottom of the 7th and lead 4-3. And now you know why I decided to go back to doing 1 game per series videos instead of doing every day. All right, Shields will face Cabrera, Lofton, and Gutierrez. Their closer, El Reyes, will be unavailable due to pitching the last 2 days. Yes, it's maybe he could be available for 3 in a row. Who knows? Scott Doman and Juan Salas are loosening in the pen. Try to get Shields through the 8th. And trailing 4-3, the Indians are. Here's Asdrubal Cabrera, homered his last time up. To 6, rips a base hit to right field. Cabrera's 2 for 3. And are they going to pull? Looks like they're going to pull Shields at this time. And in comes Scott Doman. And he will face Kenny Lofton. Not holding on Cabrera. Here's Lofton. 1 for 3 with a single. To 12. Oh, he hit him. Not playing injuries, at least not until the postseason. So, Lofton hit by a pitch. Going to second is Cabrera. And wow. I almost want to do it, but I don't. All right, they'll let Franklin Gutierrez bat here. Gutierrez 0 for 3. Runners on first and second. Actually, they're kind of are they expecting a bunt? Yeah, they are. And Gutierrez will be a C bunter. He'll lay one down. And a 6 should be okay as a C bunter. And he's thrown out by the third baseman. Runners advance. So sack 5-4. And both runners now in scoring position. One out. Here's Brady Sizemore. They will pitch to him with first base open. And here's the pitch to Sizemore. 2-2. And that's a line drive right to the second baseman, Harris. And he will run to second to get Lofton. End of the inning. Unbelievable. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles for the Indians this season. Bottom of the 8th. Devil Rays lead 4-3. And Betancourt will stay in the game, facing young Harrison Gomes. Three-4 against a righty, and of course, ripped past Sizemore into second with a double is Delman Young. Brendan Harris. .610. Shortstop X6 is in range for a 3 shortstop, but going to third is Young. One out. Infield brought in. Let's see here. We'll get Aaron Foltz listening in the pen. Here's Johnny Gomes. One 7, single to 8. Well, that's a ground ball to second, but since the infield is in, they look the runner back to third. Throw to first and in time to get Gomes. Young stays at third, 2 down. Infield back to normal, and this will be the last hitter for Betancourt. Josh Wilson. .411, and that's a line drive to the third baseman. And that'll retire the side. And Reyes will come into the game. Well, he hasn't pitched 2 full innings above his point of weakness. Well, actually, he kind of has. Hold on, time out. I'm going to read the rules. I think it's a super advanced rule only. Yeah, I guess we'll go with that rule then, because if it's a 1, actually, as a closer, Reyes' rating is a 5. So I usually go by the second one. So technically he's not really tired. Try to come in and close it out again. Martinez, Hafner, and Garco. Top of the 9th. Devil Rays lead 4-3. Of course, after the game, I will roll for hyper-fast scoring for the Tigers, Twins, Red Sox, and Blue Jays. All right. And here's the pitch to Victor Martinez. And walked against a lefty. Okay. Here's Travis Hafner, 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. And Joe Borowski is loosening in the pen in case this game gets tied or the Indians take the lead. 5-9 shortstop X. And I think anybody for a shortstop, 4 and a 19. No, he does not get the double play. They get Martinez at second, but Hafner is replaced at first. And we're going to get a pinch runner for Hafner. Casey Blake will pinch run for Hafner. He'll stay in the game and play designated hitter. So Blake runs at a 13 compared to Hafner's 10. So Hafner reaches on a fielder's choice. And up comes Ryan Garko with 1 out here in the top of the 9th. And that's into center field, a base hit. Blake runs at a 13. Upton is a -1. So, and we're being held on. So 14 back down to a 13. I think we'll stop there. So Reyes might be feeling a little tired from having to pitch the previous 2 days, but we'll see. Pretty much goes with him. So first and second, here's Johnny Peralta. It's 5-7, second base X. Harris a 3 and a 2. And that ball's into center field. It gets past the diving Harris. Scoring from second is Blake. Going to third is Garko. And the game is tied. So, let me get you Peralta's RBI stat on that. Peralta's 63rd RBI. Runners on the corners. And I already used up the pinch runner. Actually, nah. Like Gomez is a better option than anybody they could bring in. All right, so Gomez will first and third. Infield is in. So technically that would take him down to a C bunter if I wanted to do a squeeze play. No, you already got him on the ropes. And everything can go wrong. So infield in. Here's Gomez. Gary Glover is loosening in the pen. Six, 7. Gomez down on strikes. 2 down. And that'll bring up as Drupal Cabrera singled and homered, infield back to normal. And Joe Borowski is loosening in the pen. Here's Cabrera. 5-2. And unfortunately, this is with 2 outs instead of 1 out. That's a fly ball to right. And making the catch is Young. That will retire the side, but the Indians tie the game as we go to the 9th. And if this game goes to the 10th, Gary Glover will be coming into the game to pitch. And this game did go to extra innings in real life. So we shall see. All right. And here comes Joe Borowski into the game. And Borowski on the season probably come nowhere close to what his real innings pitched were, so we may take him 2 innings today. Not a safe situation, so you have to go by the what's in the parentheses. 35 2/3 innings pitched, 27 earned runs, 4 walks, 25 strikeouts, 19 saves, and 27 opportunities with a 6.81 ERA. And he will face Navarro, Iwamura, and Crawford. Oops, get the... For catcher X, and thankfully there's nobody on to worry about Victor Martinez's poor range, but a 3 is a foul out, so popped him up into foul territory, and there's 1 down. And here's Iwamura, hit by a pitch his last time up. Oh, sorry, no, that was Lofton was hit by a pitch. Hit a sacrifice fly his last time up. He's walked, struck out, and lined out in 4 plate appearances. 2-3, walked him. And here's Carl Crawford. Crawford 1 for 4 with a single. 3-4, fly ball to right. And that's Gutierrez makes the play. 2 down. Oops. And here's B.J. Upton. Two down, runner on first, game tied at 4. 3-7, swing and a miss, strike 3, and free baseball. Get your free baseball. And we go to the top of the 10th, and Gary Glitter, the one that's banned in almost every stadium for his Rock and Roll Part 2. Hey, he did some things that I cannot mention on YouTube. So Glover making his first appearance of the series, as Reyes did not hold the game, did not save the game. So Glover will come out in the 10th. Lofton, Gutierrez, actually he's righty. Okay, so we'll keep him. Okay, so Glover will face Lofton, Gutierrez, and Sizemore. And here's the pitch to Lofton. 3-8. And oops, just replaced that right there. Base hit. And once again, they'll be expecting a bunt from Gutierrez. And he will lay one down. Try to get Lofton over to second. Here's the pitch to Gutierrez. And a 3. Does he beat it out? Yes, he does. So a little turnabout for the Indians. They gave up a bunt single. And now Gutierrez beats out a bunt. So we'll call that a hit. I have seen sacrifice with a base runner advancing, but we'll just call this a single. So you beat it out. And now they're expecting a bunt from Sizemore, but he'd be a D bunter. We'll let him swing away. Here's the pitch to Sizemore. Sizemore looking for his first hit of the day. He did walk in the 6th. 4-7 against the lefty. Line drive right to the second baseman. 1 down. 1-6 single. That did not pass. And I'll bring up Victor Martinez. Double and a walk in 4 appearances. For 10 center field X either side. Not in range for Upton, who's an E4. 5-10, he'll make the play. And he makes the play. Now it's the center field. So 1 down, 2 down. And there's Casey Blake, pinch ran for Hafner in the 9th inning. His first plate appearance, and we'll give you Casey Blake's stats on the season. Casey on the season, 254 average, 13 homers, 54 RBIs. 4-7. And that's a 2, so he keeps the inning alive, but only going to third is Lofton. And I'm going to second is Gutierrez. And here comes Garco. And he will hit. Bases loaded, 2 down. Game tied at 4. Top of the 10th. Here's the pitch to Garco. 3-6. And Garco gets hit. Oh, do I have a good story about hit by a pitch? I'll tell it right now while I'm filling this in. So our trivia team goes to a Indians/Guardians-Tigers game every year. The first game that we went to, there's a rain delay, and plus the game went extra innings. We were there till 2:45 in the morning, and the game ended on a Kosuke Fukudome hit by pitch with the bases loaded. No joke. So Garco pulls a Roger Dorn, takes one for the team, and the Indians lead 5-4. Bases remain loaded for Johnny Peralta, whose single tied the game in the 9th. And, oh boy, they might want to think about bringing in a reliever. Yeah, he's pitched to 6 batters. They're going to bring in Juan Salas to try to stem the tide here. I know I'm taking out Glover, but he's pitched to 6 batters and he's been wildly ineffective. So, and Borowski will stay on. He will now be save situation. So, 4th reliever for the Devil Rays. Here's the pitch to Peralta. 3-10. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Oh, that 3-11 would have been nice. But the Indians do take the lead here in the 10th. 5-4. And heart of the order, of course, got to make Borowski earn it. Pena, Young, and Harris in the bottom of the 10th. Browski will stay out. And here's Carlos Pena. 0 for 3 with a walk. 2-6. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And there's Delman Young. (6-2) first base X. Oh, Garco 4 and a 4. This will probably get past him. And it does all the way down the line and into second with a 1-out double is Young. Homer is doubled in back-to-back at-bats. And do the Devil Rays want to go with a pinch hitter? No. Actually. Oof. He doesn't play second. Time out just a second here. I'm going to let Harris hit against Browski here. They will hold on Young. Three, 6. Ground ball back to the mound. Browski stabs it, throws the first, 2 down. And that'll bring up Johnny Gomes. Five, 7. And that ball is ripped over the center fielder Sizemore's head. Scoring from second is Young. Into second with a double is Gomes. And we are tied. Browski may be feeling a little bit tired. And Salas will stay in the game if he is needed in the top of the 11th. Here's Josh Wilson. The Indians will get Tom Masney loosening in the pen. And Rafael Perez is also loosening in the pen. 1-4. And that's a ground ball to second. Cabrera over to first to retire the side. But Devil Rays answer with a run of their own. And we'll go to the 11th. Tied at 5. And let's see. The lefties are coming up. So we may go with Aaron Fultz. So Aaron Fultz will be coming into the game. Salas will stay out for his second inning of work. And the Indians will get a pinch hitter for Gomez, Josh Barfield. And so they will move Cabrera over to third, and Barfield will play second base. Gomez was 0 for 4, and they'll just use it here. So now watch, one of these two will get a next chance here possibly in the bottom of the 11th. Okay, so Gomez is being replaced by Barfield. Barfield on the season actually hasn't played in a few games. Hasn't played in 4 games. 261 average, 2 homers, 27 RBIs. Facing Juan Salas here in the 11th inning. 4-6, double on a 1, but that's a 10, so he flies out the center fielder Upton. 1 down. Here's Asdrubal Cabrera. Cabrera flied out the right his last time up, but singled and homered in 2 other at-bats. 5-8, switch hitter batting left-handed, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down, and here's Kenny Lofton. Lofton is 2 for 5, and actually 2 for 4 officially. So he's hit by a pitch. 4-7 against the lefty, and that falls within 1-13, so 2-out base runner for the Indians. And that'll bring up Franklin Gutierrez. Actually, now would be the time for point of weakness after he's reached his 3rd out. 4-5, and that's a fly ball to right. And that will retire the side. So the Indians go quietly here in the 11th. And looks like we will go to Aaron Foltz to probably face the next 3 batters, possibly, maybe a little longer. So Aaron Foltz on the season. (27 2/3 innings, 14 innings pitched, or 14 earned runs allowed, 10 walks, 21 strikeouts, and a 4.55 ERA. And he will face bottom of the Navarro, Iwamura, and Crawford. 2-6. Ooh, found the hole in the 2 column against the lefties. Popped him up. First baseman Garco puts it away. 1 away. And looks like they'll hang on to Salas to maybe pitch another inning. Possibly. Here's Akinori Iwamura. Singled his last time up. And that ball is hit deep and off the wall against the lefty. That helps it was against the lefty. Because that would have been home run triple split against a righty, but that's home run double split against the lefty. But still, 1-out double for Iwamura. And they will hold him on. And here's Carl Crawford. Pretty much Maston's going to have to finish out this inning, I think. Not Maston, Foltz is going to have to finish out this inning. 6-4 catcher X. And a 4 and a 20. And it gets by Martinez. Going to third is Iwamura on the passed ball. But the next, after on the 3-2 count, he pops him up. Foul territory behind the plate, and Martinez puts it away for 2 down, but there is a runner on third for B.J. Upton. And I think this will be the last. Actually, no, they'll let him pitch because Pena is a lefty after him. Here's a pitch to Foltz. 3-4, swing and a miss, strike 3. And we're not playing injuries. And we'll go to the 12th. Tied at 5. And Foltz will probably not stay out for that inning. Rafael Perez is loosening in the pen. And Salas will come out and pitch at least maybe he won't. Let's see. Actually, they're going to have Dan Wheeler. Actually, yeah, they'll have Wheeler come in. Okay, so Wheeler may have to pitch multiple innings here because we're kind of running low on the bullpen. Perez will come in. He'll start the bottom of the 12th if needed. Okay, so Wheeler, fifth reliever for the Devil Rays. Faces Sizemore, Martinez, and Blake. (6'9" against the lefty is a shortstop X. 9 will not be in range. For the shortstop, Wilson, he's an E27. 8-12. And that's a 9. And he makes the play to retire Sizemore, 1 out. Here's Victor Martinez. Martinez, double and a walk in 5 appearances. (3-8). Weak ground ball to second. And Harris throws out Martinez, 2 down. And up comes Casey Blake, singled his only time up. (5-10). Ground ball to short. And he throws out Blake. We'll go to the bottom of the 12th. And in will come Rafael Perez. Wheeler may have to stay out for an extra inning here. And we'll give you Rafael Perez's stats here. 35 2/3 innings pitched, 12 earned runs allowed, 8 walks, 42 strikeouts, and a 3.03 ERA. Much higher than what his real-life stats would be, but he's been shelled lately. And he'll face Pena, Young, and Harris. Fifth reliever for the Indians. And here's the pitch to Pena. 2-7, draws a walk. And they're not expecting a bunt from Young. He's doubled his last 2 times up, so they will hold Crawford, or they'll Pena. Actually, they won't hold Pena on as a East Stealer or an 11 base runner. So here's Delman Young. (1-9), and that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And hold on. And I gotta find a way to charge this timeout. My battery's life's getting a little low. Okay, so hopefully my battery doesn't die here. It's got it plugged into the charger. Young struck out, 1 down. There's Brendan Harris. If the charger does go, I'll just do a recap video on this. Here's Harris, runner on first. Actually, they're expecting a bunt, and he will bunt with 1 out. 4, he will not beat it out, being a C bunter. But nicely placed in front of the plate. 1-4 sacrifice, moving Pena to second. And yeah, only a little bit better. Okay, so Pena now it's second. here's Johnny Gomes. 2 down, runner at second. Gomes did double to tie the game in the 10th. Can he win it in the 12th? Facing the lefty Perez. 2-10, fly ball to left. And making the catch is Lofton, and that will retire the side. We go to the 13th. This might be the longest game in terms of innings for this replay. And Wheeler will come out for his second inning of work. And he will face Garco, Peralta, and Barfield. Here's Ryan Garco. Garco on the day. Well, he got hit by a pitch to put the Indians ahead in the 10th inning. So he is 2 for 4 officially. 2 singles. 2-8. Base hit to center field. And have to find somebody to play first base. All right, so Garco will run. Here's Johnny Peralta. They're not expecting a bunt, and I'm not going to lay one down. Brian Stokes is loosening in the pen if needed. I think this is Wheeler's game to try to at least get through the next inning. 2-7, and he draws a walk. I think we might have to go to Stokes because I think he's tiring. So first and second, here's Barfield. Be a C bunter. They're expecting him to bunt, and that's what he'll do. Here's the pitch to Barfield. He squares around. Ooh, 10 doesn't seem very good for a C bunter. No, batter is safe. The lead runner is thrown out by the pitcher, so 1-5. Actually, that's not... And Garco is thrown out. We'll call that a fielder's choice. And runners remain at first and second, but there is 1 out. Actually, you get better speed on the... somewhat better speed. And here's Asdrubal Cabrera. 1 out, first and second. And... I think that's they'll go to Stokes here. So Stokes will try to go as long as he can. And here's Asdrubal Cabrera, 2 for 5. For 10, and that's a fly ball to center field, and coming in is Upton, not being able to move up. And that'll bring up Kenny Lofton. Singled his last 2 times up, and they really need one right here. And that ain't going to do it. Ground ball to short, and the Indians strand 2. Here in the 13th. And we'll go to the bottom of the 13th. Tied at 5. And Perez will stay out because they're kind of thin in the bullpen as well. Wilson, Navarro, and Iwamura. And here's the pitch to Wilson. 4-8. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Tom Mastny is loosening in the pen in case Perez gets in any trouble. There's Deanna Navarro, switch hitter, batting right-handed. 4-3 right field X, but Gutierrez, being a 1, makes the catch to retire Navarro 2 down. And Stokes will stay out. And here's Iwamura, 2 for 4 officially. I got a walk and a sacrifice fly to go with a single and a double. 2-7, and wow, all those hits in column 2, and he found the strikeout. So 1-2-3 inning for Perez here in the 13th. We'll go to the 14th. And Gutierrez, Sizemore, and Martinez. Brian Stokes will stay on. Tom Mastny is loosening in the Indians' bullpen. He will come out for the 14th inning. Here's the pitch to Gutierrez. 2-5, ground ball to short. And that's 1 away. And here coming up, Grady Sizemore. Sizemore 0 for 5 with a walk. 5-9. And that ball is hit deep to left center field, going back to the warning track, to the wall, and out of here. So solo home run here in the top of the 14th for Sizemore. 1-18 home run, and he's definitely normal against both lefty and righty. And for Sizemore, that is home run number 13 and RBI number 47. And the Indians have a 6-5 lead. There's Victor Martinez. And that ball is hit deep to left field. Back to the warning track, to the wall is Crawford, and back-to-back jacks for the Indians. And they now have a 7-5 lead. He gives up another one that I'll go to the last pitcher in Switzer, but pretty much it's Stokes' to... Actually, he'll be tired if he gives up another hit. Here's Casey Blake. 3-9, and he goes down on strikes, 2 down. And I'll bring up Brian Garco. Garco, 3 for 5 actually, because he's singled 3 times and hit by a pitch once. 6-4 to the shortstop, and 18 would be just fine and dandy. And that'll retire the side, but the Indians scored 2 here in the 14th. And now it's time for your 14th inning stretch at the old ball game. And Tom Mastny, while he did not have any saves, is one of the only relief pitchers we have left, so he will come into the game to try to close it out. And I may do a separate video for hyper-fast scoring if I can actually get this in one video. So, all right, here's Carl Crawford to face Mastny. Up 7-5. 6-3 left field X. Oh boy. Lofton being a 3 and a 1. And that's a leadoff double for Carl Crawford. And they will hold him on. Here's B.J. Upton. One nine. He draws a walk. Oh boy. The way you wanted to start an inning, first and second, nobody out. Here's Carlos Pena. Five, eight against the lefty. And that's ripped into past the third baseman, Blake. Scoring from second is Crawford. Upton didn't say he was being held on. So 16 to left field. Lofton's a +2. So 1 to 18, they were going to send him. And he is safe, and we are tied. And just like that, there's Delman Young. For 8. He draws a walk. And pretty much all you got in the bullpen's Edward Mujica. There's Brendan Harris. 5-9. He gets Harris to strike out. 1 down. And John Switzer is loosening in the pen. He's the last pitcher for the Devil Rays. There's Johnny Gomes. 5-8. And that will end, actually, yes it will. That will end the ball game. Single for Gomes. And just like the Indians on Friday night in May in 2023, they get a 2-run lead in extra innings and blow it in the bottom half of extra innings. That's a single 2 stars. Scoring from second is Pena. And the Devil Rays win this one 8-7. All right, timeout, and I'll give you the recap. Final line score here, the Devil Rays, 8 runs, 16 hits, no errors. The Indians, 7 runs, 15 hits, no errors. And this will, I believe this completes the season series, and the Indians will have won as many games against the Devil Rays as all of us watching and playing. 0, which is a big disappointment. Mastny will get the loss. Stokes will get the win, even though he gave up 2 runs. The Indians fall to 57-66 on the season, and the Devil Rays go to 56-67. And I guess I'll do the hyper-fast scoring after this. We'll just get this all in one video if possible. All right, so overall, the hyper-fast scoring games. First for the Boston Red Sox, you have Julian Tavares against Joe Saunders. Boston will need a 4-2-4, red, blue, and then green to win a game. And a 2-6-3, and they will get the job done and win and keep their slim 1.5 lead against keep the lead in the division at least a game. Let's see here. Okay. So you have Baltimore facing Toronto, Jeremy Guthrie against Roy Halladay. And Toronto, actually, they like Guthrie better than... So Baltimore needs a 2-1-5. And timeout. Oh, no, never mind. There it is. All right, so 2-1-5 for Toronto to keep the deficit at 1.5. No, and the Orioles will win this one, and the lead is now 2.5. Let's see. We'll do the Tigers and the Twins here. So the Tigers will face the Yankees. Let's see here. That is Jeremy Bonderman for the Tigers and Chin-Ming Wong for the Yankees. Yankees need a 616. That was a 3. 351. That will take care of business for them. And the Minnesota Twins. I don't think they played. Timeout, just a second. All right, so the Twins and the Rangers played. It was Johan Santana against Kevin Millwood. And essentially the Rangers have to roll triple sixes to win. 6-6-4 or less for the Twins. And a 4-3-2. That will extend the lead yet again after so the lead is now either 4 or 5 games for the Twins as they now go a game over 500. Alrighty, as I've mentioned in the recap video for the last game, I will be going back to doing one game per series. I just want to get this done for the Indians as they now move to 9 games under 500. The next series is against the Tigers, and the game that I will play is the third game in the series, which is Jake Westbrook against Nate Robertson. So until next time, thank you for watching. Please make sure to leave a like. It helps maybe get the video into the YouTube algorithms. Please comment. Did something wrong, or just thank you for playing. And if you've not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be notified of any new videos, and whatever games you are playing, please enjoy them to your fullest. Have a good evening, everybody.